Hi, I'm Dr. Yuval Bibi. I'm a board-certified dermatologist, and I wanted to talk to you about how to best repair your skin barrier. Now, there's a lot of information out there about skin barrier repair. Some nonsense, some honest mistakes, a lot of scams, a lot of snake oil, a lot of what have yous. And I wanted to give you a clear-cut, simple approach on how to repair the skin barrier, do it in the most cost-effective way possible, and get control back of your sensitive and inflamed skin. Now, here's a newsflash. You got dry, sensitive skin, you have a skin barrier problem. The skin barrier consists of the very upper layers of the epidermis and beyond that set that distinction between the skin and the external environment. The skin barrier consists of oils, consists of proteins, consists of parts of the microbiome, and skin cells, keratinocytes, in various stages of differentiation, going through what we call programmed cell death or apoptosis. All of these come together with more ingredients that I've mentioned, more ingredient categories that I've mentioned, to create this beautiful symphony of the skin barrier to protect your skin and allow it to carry on business as usual. With the skincare functioning properly, you get to live a carefree life as far as your skin is concerned. You don't really need to do a whole lot. The skin is taking care of business, it's functioning properly, and you can just carry on about your day and focus on life and other things other than skin. With the skin barrier compromised, well, you have a problem. First of all, the sensation. The persistent sensation of tightness, of burning, of itch, of maybe even pain, or on-scrolling on the skin, things like that. That would really drive a lot of people nuts when their skin barrier is compromised. The second thing is appearances. Compromised skin may look like anything from oily through normal, through dry, or even in the more extreme stages, reddish and broken up and compromised, which are features of inflammation. So sensitive skin can in fact look normal, and you in some cases will have to make that distinction based on sensation. But sensitive skin generally is drier than normal, and it can sometimes look reddish or pinkish or purplish, meaning there is inflammation already undermining the skin barrier further, setting you up for a vicious cycle that will continue to undermine the skin and prevent it from focusing on maintaining that skin barrier as it's busying itself with inflammation, with being upset, just like a person is not being able to focus on their own work when they're emotionally upset and focused on other things. Either way, sensitive skin or a skin with a malfunctioning or compromised skin barrier is much more likely to get irritated or inflamed or to get upset. And that means that it might be on edge, meaning any external factor can just swoop in and kick it out of balance, or it might kick itself out of balance spontaneously, or it may have a low-grade perpetual vicious cycle, keeping it in a state of perpetual upset or inflammation. But how do you repair the skin barrier, you might be asking? Well, the short answer is that you can't. And that answer blows a lot of people's minds away. What do you mean I can't repair the skin barrier? Well, you can't, because the skin barrier is so complex, is so wondrous, that only one thing can repair the skin barrier, and that is your own skin. But how do you let your own skin repair the barrier? And the short answer is that you need to leave it alone to do that. And how do you leave the skin alone? Well, first of all, do no harm. And this is one of the most important things to realize, and often one of the toughest things for people to actually implement. Doing no harm means backing away from elements and from practices that many people have been accustomed to using for years and sometimes even decades, sometimes their entire lives. And those include hot water, detergents, physical abrasives like sponges or loofahs or washcloths or brushes or anything physically scratching on your skin. In all these factors can, in one way or another, undermine the skin barrier for more than it's bargained for and actually set it off to completely jump off the deep end. Not doing any harm to the skin in the first place is the most crucial step in the journey to repairing your skin barrier. Do no harm, do not abrade the skin, leave it alone. Now, the second step is to protect your skin. Now, what many people don't realize is that compromised skin, where the skin barrier is actually not doing well, it's deficient in the ingredients that make up the skin barrier, doesn't have enough of them, doesn't have the right combination of them, that situation requires for an external intervention. Well, how do you intervene externally? The answer is you provide the skin with an occlusive layer to protect it and give it some fighting chance, give it some breathing room where it can recover in its own space and time. How do you do that? Well, you cover the skin with an occlusive moisturizer. Occlusive moisturizers are farther and fewer apart, but there are a few examples. The best example and the most cost-effective example is white petroleum jelly, about which I've spoken at length in many videos. The trick is to use white petroleum jelly as a very thin layer so it doesn't stain or stick to everything around you. But petroleum jelly is exceedingly effective in allowing the skin to repair itself and allowing the skin to recreate its own skin barrier. If you don't like the texture of petroleum jelly or any other feature of petroleum jelly, consider picking up our product, Butter Oasis Moisturizing Balm, made with only 3 vegan edible organic ingredients: shea butter, cocoa butter, and argan oil, for a luxurious application from head to toe over any area of compromised skin barrier. Apply this product anywhere for dry, sensitive skin and see for yourself. Now, many are asking, well, when should I moisturize? How often should I moisturize? And the answer ultimately is always, your skin will tell you. How does your skin tell you it needs to be moisturized? Well, as we have reviewed earlier, it looks a certain way, meaning it's going to look dry or irritated or flaky, or any change that's associated with sensitive, dry, or inflamed skin. That's a call for you to moisturize. Anytime the skin over a certain area feels like it's irritated, meaning it feels like it's on edge, it feels tight, or it feels itchy, or it's burning, or maybe even painful, that's a sign for you to moisturize. Especially if you're dealing with chronic sensitivity of the skin, moisturization could be a terrific crutch to help the skin restore its barrier and rebuild its integrity under that protection that you're going to be providing. Now, the good news for most people is that moisturization will be necessary less and less as you leave the skin alone by not abrading it excessively and moisturizing it continuously and consistently. The need for moisturization will decrease with time in most people as their own skin recover, building up its own fortified skin barrier, building up its own reserves and its own ability to continue to produce the elements and put the skin barrier together. So moisturization should really be more of a temporary fix, especially at the intensity that I've described, meaning every time the skin tells you, those times are going to become less and less frequent as your skin builds up momentum and rehabilitates its ability to create the skin barrier. But what if your skin is not picking up momentum, meaning it is persistently irritated in some way? It feels weird, it's persistently feeling off, it looks red or flaky or any other feature that we've described, and those are not going away. Well, under those circumstances, it is time to see a board-certified dermatologist. Not see every physician, not see any other so-called healthcare provider. See a board-certified dermatologist. A board-certified dermatologist is a person who spent years and decades of their life dedicated to skin and skin care and working people's problems out as far as how to take best care of their skin. Many of those situations that people with sensitive skin are dealing with are actually states of chronic inflammation. States of chronic inflammation are so diverse and so complex that it takes a real expert, a real master, to work this thing out, give you the right approach, comprising of the right skincare approach, the right medicated approach, and then obviously handling the time frame and the expectations so you get things under control actively and restore things back to normal to the best of your ability. So when dealing with a persistent problem, you're obviously dealing with either an active condition like rosacea, seborrheic dermatitis, psoriasis, eczema, or other conditions. Those need to be treated actively with medications, often prescription medications, and a fine combination of those as well, understanding their ins and outs and the time frame and expectations for how those medications work. In some cases, the skin is just stimulated by something that you may not be aware is creating a problem, something you may be allergic to, something that is irritating your skin without an allergy, actually like an acid or a base, or another abrasive element in your environment. Those things need to be worked out. And sometimes a second set of eyes from a board-certified dermatologist might put things into perspective for you. cut that vicious cycle, and get you on the road to remission. So there you have it. How to repair the skin barrier. First of all, leave the skin alone. Second, protect the skin to the best of your ability and as often as it needs with a superb moisturizer. Don't shortchange yourself in your moisturizer. And finally, if things are not turning around, and we're talking about a few short weeks of attempts at most, go see a board-certified dermatologist, get a second set of eyes on your problem, and get yourself on the road to remission. Now that you have this simple approach down, get your skincare in order and let me know in the comments section how that approach worked for you. For more information about how to understand the skin barrier better, not to mention get down on cost-effective skincare for your own skin and your family's skin, pick up my book, Six Skin, Skincare Made Simple on Amazon.com, now available in audio. Thank you for watching. God bless.